Zoe Fizz. So, this deck is an elusive aggro deck. Zoe is just a good, cheap, elusive threat that also generates card advantage for you. She also does occasionally level up, especially when you play her on 1, and then her leveled mode makes sure that everything that you're playing has elusive and closes games out very quickly. We're pairing Zoe with one of my other favorite cheap elusive threats here in Fizz. Fizz has some built-in protection, and notably he cares about you playing spells to become elusive and to level up here. So Zoe from the Targon region pairs very nicely with gem creators such as Mountain Goat and Mentor of the Stones. One of the downsides to these cheap threats with only 1 toughness is there's lots of cards like Go Hard in the format, so we're playing lots of protection like Sunblessed Vigor, Pocket Aces, Pale Cascade, to allow us to keep our cheaper threats alive. And then at the very top end of our curve, we've got things like Zap as additional elusive threats, as well as Wiggly Burblefish that also draw us spells to enable our thing. We've got a pair of Bastion here, as well as a cheeky Moonlight Affliction. So Moonlight silencing things can be a good way to keep you alive against your opponents, like Fiora, for instance. And there's been a lot of opposing elusives in the format, so this is a good way to wipe elusive off our opponent's blockers, so we can punch through for lethal as well. Nino Morgan, thanks for the follow. Let's go ahead and jump on into some games here with Zoe Fizz and see how it feels today. This has definitely been one of my favorite Zoe decks in the format. Very small edges aggro deck. Opponent playing the Deep. I think Burblefish is basically a card we never want to keep in our opener, so I'm definitely mulliganing those. I'm gonna keep the rest of these. I have a 1-drop and a Dorko here. And perfect. We'll have to play Goat on 2. Yep. And if Goat makes a gem on 3, we can go gem into Shadestalker potentially. This does expose Fizz to Vile Feast here, but I think I'm okay with that. No play on 2 for them is really incredible for us. Depending on what they do here, it could be right to just, like, take the pass. Alright, so Fizz is dying regardless. I'm gonna take the pass and not give them the option to kill Mentor here. If they want to pass, I think that's okay for us. Oh, really? They're killing the Goat. Okay. Huh. With Goat dying, do I want to... I'm gonna do this. So they didn't have Vile Feast last turn. I'm not gonna play around Vile Feast this turn. Suppose they could theoretically have double interaction for Fizz this turn. I'm gonna gem it once. Start pushing some damage here. Playing spells proactively is good for Burblefish here as well. So the Deep mechanic, for those not familiar, is one that says when your deck has 15 or fewer cards in it, all their units get bigger. So my opponent uses a lot of things with this Toss mechanic to obliterate cards out of their own deck. Nothing for 3 here lets them kill Fizz, so I'm going to go ahead and tap off a protection. Get this down with elusive. Opponent's still pretty far off of the Deep. Zoe's a lovely pickup. The Panic Room, thanks for the follow. We'll get to play out Sparklefly here, and then we'll have what's likely a very lethal attack next turn. Okay, so they're going to 16 cards deck, which means they get to flush the toilet next turn. So we want to dodge This generates a sea monster when it flushes, so we want to dodge their elusive sea monster here. There's one in 4, one in 5, I think. Alright, not the elusive sea monster. And this is our attack, so we get to open attacks. So spell lets Fizz become elusive. I'm gonna pump up Zoe with the support here because I want to spread my attack out as much as possible. So Fizz has built-in protection here. Opponent obviously obligated to go for it, otherwise they're dead. Okay, forced to do that there. Feels bad from their side, but it is what it is. I think playing cards like Atrocity in the deep tends to be a little bit greedy. I think you need to play more cheaper cards so you don't get run over by elusives like we had here. My opponent, like if my opponent would have had a Vile Feast in that game, they would have had windows in the earlier turns to like kill my things before I got snowballing. Because Fizz had the most power, and they were going to -4, so anything else they could have Atrocity there, they would have still been dead. I could have just clicked OK. They were obligated to target Fizz. I have to imagine this matchup's gotta be unwinnable. I think I'm just not gonna bother. The Fiora decks are pretty polarized. I guess I had my one Moonlight Affliction. So maybe we could try and pretend we had a chance, but tiny unit like decks like this just don't really stand a chance against the all-in Fiora decks. You have a shot against like the Shen Fiora decks, because they're not all in on protecting and enabling her, but okay. Bale Cascade's great here. We're attacking on evens, so we'll wait to play Zoe until our turn 2, and then if they go to murder her with what's it called? Gohard? We get to protect her with Bale Cascade, hit them for 3 and draw a card. Perfect! Or we get to pocket aces. Zoe makes the rules is. This is why you mulligan the pocket aces back into the deck. When am I going to play Metamorphosis? That's a game we've played before, McBeards. There's a full playthrough of that up on my YouTube channel. Check the variety playlist. We did it in one sitting. It goes on. It was a good game, but it was short.
In the shadows. Hush now.
Yep. Thank you, chat. They're so happy together.
If I kill you, I know fortunes.
I'm gonna proactively Cascade here to give this elusive, and then we'll smash.
This is outrage.
Packed 'em good.
Banking spell mana is often good in this deck. We have a ton of tricks. Do I play Classic League? I do not.
I'll buy some time.
Outside of card games, most of the games that I play are single-player story-driven games. Those are the genre of games I generally enjoy playing the most. What is my favorite deck been today? I mean, this is one of my favorite decks in the format, so I'm gonna say this one. What if we go Star Chart into Shadestalker here? I think I like it. Ooh, Moonglow. Well now we do this, right? I do not. Runeterra is the only card game I play these days. Vengeance me, daddy. Vengeance me. Whale? Why would you try and murder my Fizz like that? Oh no! Oh no, I fucked up! Holy shit! I forgot I'm gonna blame McBeards on that one. I'm gonna blame McBeards on that one. Sorry, Zoe, I apologize. There is a keg in play. The keg. I'm gonna blame Twitch chat. I think we're probably pretty favored to win that if we get to untap with the Zoe. Yeah, if I saved the Zoe there, we couldn't save the Fizz, they were both gonna die. I'm gonna scapegoat Twitch chat. Mecha and RIN, thanks for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Because Zoe would have had Spell Shield and she would have been pretty close to leveling. Feels bad, man. Being stupid makes games hard. I think I'm mulliganing Pale Cascade here, looking for more blockers. I'm gonna pass here since I have a Sunblast figure. There's a chance they open attacks, then we vigor. If they want to burn a Mystic Shot killing her off, I'm okay with that. That's still a 2-for-2 trade that's like even on tempo. Yeah, like this is the burn deck for those not familiar, so like the fact that we traded 2-for-2 and we've taken no damage is a win for us in this matchup. Yeah, Swim's been working on this archetype. It seems very reasonable. I think I'm fine with this trade plus a gem here. We're both gonna take 2 down to 18. Again, just every exchange we can make that keeps our life total high is a net win for us.
Flesh was weak, but look at me now.
Keep up, keep up.
Give me pocket aces. Yeah, Pale Cascade will do.
Witness perfection, meatbags.
Meet the bags. Come on, attack me.
See some upgrade.
So that lets them know what I have coming, but it's nice to enable Nightfall here. Although, maybe I'm playing the gem out this turn too.
Can you improve perfection? Fire till nothing moves.
Yeah, actually, I think we're doing this into Burblefish here. Whoa, that's a great Burblefish RNG. Every time this type of effect draws a playable spell, it feels like cheating. It's just like,
Primed and ready.
Praise be to the burbles. Alright, and again, this is like another card. This is another card that's not a burn spell going at my face here.
System upgrade.
Zap's a great draw.
Can you improve perfection? Join me if you want to live.
Gotta go with the flow.
System upgrade.
I assume they're attacking with these this turn.
Progress.
We're obligated to trade these off.
Do this.
I suppose if they point another burn spell at this is pretty bad for me. I just gotta hope to draw another threat at that point. Bash is looking real awkward here. We'd love for them to, like, burr. Okay, yeah, sure, kill that one, keep your bot, deal. As long as we get to keep a threat on the board, that's what we want.
Prime and ready.
Let's do this.
So I can give this enough toughness to survive the ballista, I think is the plan. Next turn, I'll have enough mana to pocket aces this up to 5, and then double Mystic Shot this off the Spell Thief.
Safety disengaged. Fire till nothing moves.
And then hopefully we can kill them on the backswing with this the following turn.
First one's
Oh, I could also just draw Get Excited here, right? Off the Spell Thief?
no refund.
Can you improve perfection?
Ha!
It has me.
That's lethal, right? Is there anything in their deck that stops this from being lethal? There's not, right? Who's the burn deck now, opponent? Really close game. Their casket salesman there, giving us the last couple of points we needed. And like, even if they hadn't played the salesman to give us 2 more points on their Nexus, we would have just taken those spells and pointed them at their board, right? And been in a fine spot still. Yeah, Spell Thief is just like a really good card in general. Really good card in general. So this is Overwhelm aggro, most likely. So it's definitely a racing game. I think I'm keeping these. Always Mulligan Burblefish. 100% of the time, Mulligan Burblefish in this deck.
What doesn't understand, silly?
I'm gonna play Shadestalker with the intention to trade here.
Oh boy, here I go!
Crescent Strike is gonna be like the best card we can generate off a Super Skull Jar Start in this game. Being able to double stun will allow us to win combats that we otherwise wouldn't.
Forgive me.
Official LOR, thanks for the follow.
I'll take everything.
That's pretty good. That was gonna happen at some point anyways, though, right? Hey, Juvu, thanks for the Prime. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Wouldn't be here without folks like you. So if they play a fat monster, is that fat enough that I want to Crescent Strike here? I'm not sure that it is. I think I just want to zap, and then we'll take a hit. Use your life total as a resource this turn.
And can't say
Stephen
no
Reed,
miss.
thanks for the follow.
Leave nothing standing.
No blocks. Go to 13. Do I want to play this out before I attack? I think the answer is yes. I think I probably want to proactively Sunblessed Vigor.
Unseen, unheard.
Is it really the official Runeterra channel? It's probably not. It is their username, though. Hopefully, they choose to develop before they attack next turn, and then we'll get to Crescent Strike them. The real question here is, do I want to Pale Cascade this turn? I don't think so. It's not lethal anyways, and being able to save this as a trick for later sounds good. Poor Zoe.
Oh, dizzy.
It's fine, we'll get another one.
Trickster never loses because Zoe makes the rules.
I want to play her out on my turn, so that way if they don't open attacks, I can Crescent Strike and she can see the Crescent Strike towards leveling up. This Playful Trickster could be the lethal we need next turn, especially in conjunction with Mentor of the Stones.
Feel no fear, show no mercy. Words to die by.
Don't you hate turn 1 Zoe into turn 1 Go Hard? Well, you don't have to play your Zoe on turn 1. Also, if they killed your Zoe on turn 1 with their Go Hard, they traded mana efficient. So I get that a lot of people have a hard time separating their feelings from reality, but in reality, your 1-drop getting killed by a 1-mana card, like, isn't that big of a deal.
We live here.
This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Gems are superb. Bad for the teeth, though.
Runeterra needs Force of Will before I can protect turn 1 Zoe. Something like that.
No.
So I think I do this with the intention of playful trickstering this. Maybe I just want this to be elusive from the start. We want to playful trickster this one. That's probably the play.
Tread carefully.
You know, actually, I think this is wrong. So, my play is wrong. We won the game, but my play is wrong there. And the reason why my play is wrong, I should playful trickster my Fizz in case they have Culling Strike. Because if they go to kill Fizz, I can save him, and then I still get my rally, and then I have plenty to kill them with on the following attack. I think there's also a chance my sequencing there could have been wrong, because it could have been right for my opponent to just click OK and go to 2 there. Yeah, if my opponent just passed there, would have also been wrong for me. So I think my sequencing wasn't ideal, but my opponent didn't use the priority system to punish me for it. Jeg and Fruvius, thanks for the follows. Welcome to the channel, folks. Good afternoon. So again, it's really important that even when you're winning games, that you're looking back and thinking about, well, what happened in that game? Was my sequencing ideal? If not, could I have made it ideal with other plays, etc.? Super happy to keep Sunblessed Vigor here against the PNC deck. Definitely Zoe on 1 here on the play. This is likely discard aggro, which usually doesn't play Thermo Beam, so Zoe should just get in here. Shumi, thanks for the quarter of a year. Really appreciate that. Welcome back. Good afternoon.
Are they still here?
Am I letting Zoe die? Probably not.
Let's take a real close look at the action.
Now the question is, do I Pale Cascade to eat this and give up drawing the card? My hand has a lot of action in it. Giving up drawing the card might just be fine. Getting rid of the Chomper here seems valuable. And then I think we're gonna go ahead and Fizz into Star Chart, hope to peel Danger Noodle to kill one of these. Yep.
Time for the main event.
Here's my favorite Danger Noodle chat.
Danger Noodle!
See, Zoe knows. Zoe knows. What you doing over there? Getting chomped on by a Danger Noodle? That's what it looks like.
The party has arrived.
It's Draven, the glorious executioner.
Is the Challenger better than the Battlecaster? Yeah, I think so. Because, like, I get to trade, like, I'm basically giving up some points of life to get to trade with the second thing. Because, like, my Snake's gonna get to trade with the Battlecaster in combat this turn, right? But I think when they attack with everything here, I probably
Cooking.
block with Fizz.
Battlecastering nonsense steps up.
You'll be sorry.
Huh? Let's start here and see what we get.
Portal me something cool.
Wow, that's good.
Rules are made to be broken.
Like movies.
Milla, thank you for the 59 months. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Good afternoon. Is there an obvious reason to not kill Draven with Gem plus Snake? That's a good thought. I didn't think about it. I wanted her to not die to Mystic Shot. But yeah, you're probably right. Christmas time LOR. It is Christmas time and we're playing LOR. Thank you for the follow.
Beautiful face.
So, this is actually a great draw because, one, it levels Zoe, but two, it's gonna kill Jinx, right? We're gonna get to stun her and then give her a Padlin. That's a Padlin, chat. Okay, well now we're gonna do this in response. Which levels Zoe and lets her survive. So now Jinx doesn't get to level this turn. Sure, yeah, you got it.
Everyone goes boom! Oh, dizzy. Look at this reality! Look how sparkly! I'm on a roll!
Oh, she levels up at end of turn. Because the hush wears off. Okay.
Now it's a party!
I suppose that is how that works, huh? Alright, Danger Noodle, I choose you.
What's doing over there?
Hoping to fade. They just played two Get Excited. So, hoping they don't have another one here or a Mystic Shot. In fact, it might have, and not even might have, it was greedy for me to give this toughness. I should have given, what's it called, toughness. I should have given the Snake toughness so he could guaranteed kill Jinx there. I could have lost that game otherwise. And honestly, I think we're just on the, like, Danger Noodle plan still, right? I guess this is kind of okay. I'm gonna have other chump blockers. I'm gonna take the Destroyer. And I'm gonna go ahead and super cool star chart here.
How's it go?
This could hopefully get us something cheap. None of those are the droid we wanted for Christmas.
Get in the portal! Nice!
Yes, yeah, Danger Noodle is 100% responsible for this match win.
Yep.
Destroyer does give everything. He also just kills them. He does also just kill them, which is great.
Axes coming right up.
What is Danger Noodle? The 2-1 challenger. Wow, are you kidding me? They drew Vision? Huh. Are they still dead? I think they're still dead, right? Well, that's vomit-inducing. I think they're still dead. They should still be dead, right? We get to zap, which gives these elusives, and then we play this next turn, and it's a 10. All right, we're good, chat. We're good.
Keep up, keep up.
Because Zoe's effect sticks around. Oh, yeah, and even if they drew something crazy, we have a guiding touch now. Shields up. Fallen Majesty, thanks for the follow. If you're still here, welcome to the channel. Clodo, welcome, welcome. If you haven't seen this Zoe Fizz deck before, if you're new, by the way, this is one of the many sweet Runeterra decks you are missing out on by not checking out my website or my highlights YouTube channel. A lot of great Runeterra stuff in both those places. We stream 3 to 4 different decks every single day of the week, so we get a ton of variety in here. Allows me to really filter through and find the sweetest things that are competitive. Livid, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome.
Stand for Noxus. I gotta work with this joker.
This is still 7, and then 7 is 14.
Fate brings us together.
Zoe is absolutely my favorite thing to be doing in this game right now. It's so great. Oh, that's true. I could have, the Nightfall would have given my 10 power thing elusive too, wouldn't it? So we had 5 more power in there we could have added in a pinch. I mean, to be fair, the fact that they're all different Zoe decks means that it's easier to build others, because you only need at most 3 other champ wildcards. Twisted Fizz, eh? Fizz's old friend gets to meet his new friend? Twisted Fate's actually pretty good against our deck, all things considered. Let me at him.
Me too. Weird.
I'm Fizz. Me too. Weird.
Wanna see a trick? I ain't afraid. Ow.
Alright, that's fine. That's going to be a pretty premium combat trick here, so I'm going to wait a turn to replay this other one so I can go Fizz into Shadestalker here. It is in fact Soggy Tebow.
I bear a message from. Oh hey, what's that?
Oh hey, what's that? Ooh, they're playing Shared Spoils. It's a fun piece of technology. I'm gonna go ahead and zap before I attack here.
Keep up, keep up.
Never lost a fair game. Or played one. Who says I don't share?
There.
For Zoe.
Forgive me.
Spell Thief does guarantee Troll Chant. It also guarantees, how do we feel about playing their Plunder card back at them here? I'm kind of into it. Come into 3 mana Shared Spoils.
Just a briny deep.
You can't do this.
Their deck does not level Twisted Fate particularly quickly, so I'm not super worried about him sitting on the board for now. We get to play Zoe, we get to play Zap, we get to play Zap's 2-mana spell. Well, that might have been famous last words, chat. We get to play both of these next turn, though. Which is great. Hopefully this draws Pale Cascade or Pocket Aces.
Hey, Zap. Need a hand?
Can't say no to Fizz.
Harsh but fair. They playing just actual factual parlay? That actually seems kind of like a sweet meta call, huh? There's a lot of Fizzes and Teemos and stuff people are playing right now.
No fear.
Oh, they get to block Zoe. Yeah, that's fine. I think I have to do that. Our Twisted Fate is 3 cards off of leveling still. Yeah, this is my favorite aggro deck in the format for sure, Cheshire.
Oh, dizzy.
Feel like we're behind at this point. Their Fizz is leveled. I guess I've got Goat and Bastion, but Twisted Fate. Hopefully the Shakedown's gonna let us get the Twisted Fate down the line here. This is a 4-3 rate, yeah. Okay, Pocket Aces is not a bad pickup. This technically cantrips and gives us a little more life back, which is nice. They're down to 2 cards in hand as well.
Lady Luck is smiling.
Think they have anything that blows this out?
Let them think it's luck.
Oh wow, they're playing actual factual pick a card in their deck. Wow, that attack was super greedy on their part. Because they would have, if they would have just picked a card and passed, they would have guaranteed level Twisted Fate here, which would have been huge. Alright. They have a bunch of cards here. 3 of them are fleeting, so they have to play most of them out. We have a pretty good board position though. That's another pick a card. Wow, their build must be better at leveling Twisted Fate than the average than the build that I'm used to playing that's up on my website. Pick a card. Pick a card helps a lot.
The flow.
I'm gonna gem this now, it's just with the open attacks. I have free eats here. Like this blocks and this eats. Beck, good afternoon. Thank you for your absurd generosity. Welcome to our newest members of Hoglandia.
Yep, yep, yep.
If you're one of the giant pile of folks there that Beck just gifted a sub to, you should check out the subs Discord server as well. We have a great community there for talking about Runeterra stuff. I'm also in that Discord server. So if you want to be able to pick my brain about Runeterra stuff while I'm offline too on occasion, it's a great way to do that. And find instructions on my website for getting joined up there. Merry Christmas, Beck.
Need a hand?
Can't say no to Fizz.
I'll do this real quick and see what we draw. Just play Zoe as an extra blocker just in case.
Doesn't understand, silly.
This is definitely the highest up count we had since we dropped Magic. We've had a bunch of people gift a bunch of holiday stuff because they're wonderful. Okay, so this goes here. This goes here. Take 6. I don't really want to give them a shark, so I think I'm chumping here. It's like I have non-elusive blockers, like giving them a shark gives them an extra blocker, which isn't great for me. Wonder if they have a frostbite here. Their build's really unique. It's hard to know exactly what they're doing. Okay, and then I get to do this, and then I have Hearthstone lethal here, so they're dead to our open attacks. I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3 lethal attackers. I love this card sleeve. They did such a good job with it. That is actually a sweet draw, because it means that even if they survive this combat step somehow, this lets me save this when they block it. Totally. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. An opponent's got a lot of cards here. If my opponent survives this combat step here, we could be in trouble. We're gonna have a lot of gas to potentially kill us in the backswing next turn. I don't have many elusive blockers here. Yeah, some hot mentor on mentor action here.
You'll be sorry.
And this has spell shield, so I imagine we could be okay here. Yeah, I have to imagine, I think my opponent's big misstep was that turn they attacked their Twisted Fate in. If they would have just picked a card and leveled their Twisted Fate, we'd probably lose that game. Yeah, the turn they chose not to level Twisted Fate, yeah, was a bad one. Very, very good for us. Could be Fearsome aggro, could be Endure aggro playing Elise. Sometimes they play that as a second champion. Never not mulliganing Burblefish. The rest of these seem great. We have Goat on 2 to make us a gem to enable Shadestalker on 3. I don't know that we guarantee lose if they flip Twisted Fate, because we did have the Shakedown. They would have gotten like one card and maybe a red card out of it too. But I think we would have been able to kill it that turn, but we still would have been worse off for sure. These 2 Bastions are so awkward. Hands like this are a good reason why I'm only playing 2 copies of Bastion. Because like in the aggro matchup, you just do not want to see them. They're very good against like the SI control decks, but in places like this, they really leave a lot to be desired. Well then, if we just pocket aces this turn, yeah, I think we just pocket aces this turn. It's gonna be more expensive otherwise. And then next turn, we hit them for 3, make Star Chart cheaper, Star Chart into Shadestalker. Maybe I'd rather go next turn. Let's go to start actually. I think is the play. We could do this the following turn. Depending on what they have here, they might not have a good block for this. And like if they play Kalista this turn, I want this to block next turn. Okay. And now that they played that, I'm not gonna attack with the goat, but I think it was worth playing it down because they have permutations that I don't mind attacking with this turn.
Everyone's a garden.
We get Crescent Strike. None of those are Crescent Strikes. So
How's it going?
the Danger Noodle's the answer here. I guess it's a free blocker. Doesn't really trade into any of their stuff very well though. It could be right to just take the Trickster. That gets my race on a little bit better. Danger Noodle or Trickster here. And then we'll play this out as an extra blocker, and then we can pocket aces her so she survives the sapling this turn. And this will hop in front of the 2-1. Sometimes these decks play Unspeakable Horrors, but not always.
My saplings.
So this is 10, 11, 12. Cute. I think I'm gonna try and roll Danger Noodle here to have an extra blocker out for next turn. These all suck.
Riddle me something
Fizz is a great pickup. We're gonna have to trade aggressively inside of combat here.
Must we fight?
So this plays around Atrocity, which is probably good. I prefer to not be dead to Atrocity, and we have enough threats to follow up with here.
Gotta go with the flow.
Sweet.
Lady Elise, where are you?
Where are you?
Through the coral.
Sweet.
The ocean wins again.
Yeah, so with the follow-up lethal out of our hand there, we definitely just want to block down to play around the one card that kills us there, which is Atrocity. We take the full hit, we go down to a point where they could throw the 4-power thing at us and kill us. Zoe, Garen, Lux. Lux is an interesting one as a one-of. Usually you want to play more copies of her. This is almost assuredly a Plaza deck, right? This will be one where we're trying to get under them aggressively. Double pocket aces as our first two pickups are not where we're looking to be in life.
Another one who doesn't understand, silly. Paradigm shift time.
I think if they attack here, I'm gonna go ahead and trade. Eurydic, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Easy block here.
Gems are superb. Bad for the teeth, though.
Yeah, gemming doesn't really matter there. We're gonna kill them with the cards in our hand. We have double Pale Cascade plus Bastion, or like Pale Cascade plus Bastion left over. So like they gotta like kill Fizz, which is pretty hard to do. You have a single combat here. We do. Unfortunate. Seems like he can't attack this turn. Maybe they're not a Plaza deck?
I can do this.
Well, there's Zoe's got a lot of toughness.
Shift time. Hi, I'm Zoe. What's your name?
This is mediocre into another single combat. It's pretty good against nothing. Sure. Gem this up for the time being. I don't think I'm trading with this because this has lifesteal. But having a 5-power thing on board so we can Spell Thief into a single combat has appeal. Is the reason to do this up to 5 right away. Pretty sure we're just going to 10 here. I guess I could play a goat out to chump it when it attacks again. Let's do that.
No time to rest.
The age of dragons is begun.
Me having another Zoe is fair. Wow, they're just playing Vox in their deck. That's interesting.
I won't stop now.
Attacking with this seems really loose. I think let's me gain 5 here, which is great. Maybe they have like a sharp sight here. No sharp sight, no Pale Cascade. Kind of surprised me.
Keep up, keep up.
Yeah, they must be a Plaza deck. I think you're right that my assessment that they're maybe not a Plaza deck is wrong. So I have 10, 12, 13, 14. They could be a sharp sight deck, so like we're not guaranteed to be able to be we're not guaranteed Hearthstone Lethal even if we hit a power up here. think there's any reason to gem here, because I don't have lethal. And there's the sharp sight.
Must end.
That's unfortunate. So, if I would have gemmed Zoe, I could have played around double sharp sight by single combating here and keeping this alive. But unfortunately, that's not a choice and not an option now. So I think we just have to click OK. The good news about there is a small glimmer of nice out of all of them killing our things there is that because they've sharp sighted, this spell thief is now +2/+2 in a pinch. So we've gained some flexibility in that perspective now. Zoe was not close enough to Emblem there, no. I don't believe so. If that's a serious comment, Tobias, you should find someone to talk to. It's been a tough year for a lot of people. If you're unsure how to do that, you should let me know what country you live in, and I can give you resources. I would love some gems. Okie doke. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh no! Oh no! I could still lethal them next turn, right? This is 4, 8, 9, 10. Pale Cascade and Pocket Aces are lethal. That one's not lethal, chat. That one's not lethal. Alright, I think we're dead. That was a close game. I think the turn I didn't gem the Zoe to be able to single combat to fight off the second. Not playing around double sharp sight got us here. I suppose we're not guaranteed just dead. So I get to do this and then attack them for 8. And then next turn if they like 4 Demacia, I can single combat here in response and then unlock these to maybe kill them the following turn. It depends on what else they have here. If they have, we're kind of dead to a stiff breeze at the moment, but like block plus single combat your other thing could get us out of this. Especially depending on what we draw for the turn.
The more we learn, the less we fear.
Give me a blocker. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Oh no! Is that lethal? That's so this will hook here. This is 9, 17. Yeah, that'll do big. That'll do. It's pretty good one. Where did that one come from? What did they invoke that game? I should have moused over it. Where did they invoke from? Oh, the Eclipse Dragon. Got it. Great. The Nightfall Dragon. That was it. They didn't invoke. I'm not misremembering. FGC, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so we're attacking on evens here, so we can play Fizz into Sunblessed Vigor to protect it from a thing.
I'll burn for what I've done.
Let me at him.
It was a good high roll. I think we had a chance that game with our blocker drawn if they hadn't high rolled there. Fizz is definitely worse than Zoe here, because Zoe would be able to get in and hit. I don't think I want to proactively do this. I think I want to save these to like get them. I guess it misses 2 points of damage.
Don't know much, do ya?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my 2 points. Every point matters. Actually, I'm dumb. I should bake my spell mana and kill their keg there, probably. That's probably the play. Killing the kegs like dealing a damage in a lot of ways, because it's gonna gain them an extra life.
Enter, traveler, and stop staring.
Stop staring.
Suppose you want in on this.
Suppose I should leave you be.
If they want to pop the Mentor, it enables Nightfall for these, and it's good for Burblefish.
Go, floaty crystals.
What's that you got there? For silver I thought, for gold I feasted.
Casual climbing and fun. It depends on what type of archetype you enjoy playing more, Shumi. This is an aggro deck, and the other one's more of a mid-range control deck, so I would let your playstyle preference dictate which of the two you'd prefer to craft first. I like all my Zoe decks equally, chat. They're all special to me. No, only your regions on this one. Honestly, I think I'm just putting this here, so that way I get to crack him open for gems.
Mother Moon Valley.
Never lost a fair game. Soak it in.
Invisible to the
This might be lethal next turn, right? Mm. Okay, so they don't have Vengeance mana available anymore, right, with this play? So this puts them to 19. So now I attack with all of these, Playful Trickster this, and then kill them on the second attack? They could theoretically have Grasp in their deck, but that's not usually a card this archetype plays, right? I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to YOLO it here. I don't think, yeah, it's a card that's in the range that their archetype could play, but I don't think it's common enough to be worth playing around. Yeah, they should be dead here then. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, and so you can lament that you're unlucky against Crumble, or does anybody know what mistake I made this turn?
Whatever the cost.
Oh, I guess we still would have been one short. I could have gemmed this. They had a Crumble that I wasn't expecting. We're not guaranteed dead though. We could still kill them next turn. This is their second copy of this. I didn't have the ability to hold up Spell Thief mana.
Gems are superb.
Bad for the teeth, though.
No place for the kind.
Are they dead? Twisted Fate's at 6 to 8. Would you like to crack open my Mentor of the Stones and find out what is in his ooey gooey center? It tastes purple.
Must we fight?
I'm too airborne.
It is bad for the team. Bastion's a great drop. So I split up. I blocked with the gem guy there, so that way we can play around Whale here, because we needed to block with our others. So I want to be able to split this up, so the gem make sure none of them have 1 health left. Yep, we have three lethal threats here, and we have a Bastion. Sweet. Yeah, so... when Zoe came out, or when Zoe was spoiled, a lot of people lamented that, yeah, I think that's a great, I like to end on high notes, and I think that's a great one to end on. A lot of people lamented, like, okay, is Zoe gonna be able to survive in those types of matchups? And I really feel like that last game especially highlighted very elegantly the play and counterplay that this archetype has against the decks that are very interactive. just the sequencing decisions between where you put your gems and how, when you're choosing to let your mentor die, how your Sunblessed figuring, all of those types of things are just very, very strong. This one of Moonlight Affliction I don't love, but I also don't really have another card that I really want to replace it with. I guess I could cut it and play a third Spell Thief. You could play a cheeky Hush, I suppose, too. Could maybe be fine, but it basically, like, the Spell Thieves, the Guiding Touches, the Bastion, the Moonlight, what exact number of, like, those and Hush you want to be playing or not playing, I think can kind of vary depending on what you feel like and what you want to be better against. For example, I conceded a match against the all-in Fiora build, and I think if we put 2 to 3 Hush in this list, we're probably have okay play there. So maybe that's a reason to try and fit Hush into the 40. But all in all, this is definitely my favorite aggro deck in the format. I think there's a ton of little details like that where you can kind of choose like what supplemental answers you're looking to play to give yourself edges in different matchups. And if you're looking for a sweet, aggressive Zoe deck, definitely my favorite champion right now, this is definitely it. Thanks to everybody that hung out today. I'm going to go ahead and call it an afternoon. I have a grocery order I have to go pick up so my family can have food this weekend over the holiday. If you're new to the channel, I generally stream almost every day during the week. I'm taking tomorrow off for Christmas. Merry Christmas if you celebrate. I do have a YouTube channel though as well, 2 of them. One of them is a just Runeterra highlights channel. Every single day I post a highlight of one of the best decks that I've played recently. I play 3, 4, sometimes even 5 different Runeterra decks per day. So if you're looking for a sweet spot to find off-meta decks that are powerful and see them play a little bit before you invest your resources into crafting them, my highlights channel is great for that. I will be off this evening since it's Christmas Eve. I will not be doing a variety segment, but I'll be back Saturday with some Runeterra and variety. Everybody enjoy your holiday. Stay safe out there. Wear a mask, social distance, all that jazz. Be responsible. There's still a pandemic, folks.